G'day scrappers, it's Saturday today, so I thought I'd come out and see if I can catch some early scrap instead of last week where I missed out on probably a lot. So I've just got here and First Street, so we'll just have a look and see what we can get today. These, well, big TVs. I don't really want to do CRTs, but if we bump into them again, I'll probably scrap them out on the spot. Alright. Well, this area looks a little bit more straightforward. The streets are all like straight. There is still dead-end streets, but I might be able to navigate a little bit easier in this one. So we'll just see how we go. Wish me luck. Hopefully we get some PCs today. I'm not really keen on many TVs or anything like that. We'll just see. Just want to have a look in these boxes. Just rubbish. You never know. Just kids' junk. So it looks like there's some stuff out here, but could it be that I'm actually too early? So, too late, too early. No doubt as I go around there are going to be quite a few people putting stuff out, so far no good. More little boxes to go through. So it looks like pretty much standard like last week. We might get the odd cord. Yeah, nothing really. Oh well, one measly keyboard. Might as well get that. Nothing there. Yep. The grills are gone. So it looks like, yeah, definitely scrappers have come to the party. This looks like fresh stuff. Where we go? Nothing here either. Keep going. Nothing there. Yep, cord cutters have been here, so yeah, I don't seem to be catching the right time. There's this, that's handy. At least we've got a nice ballast here, bit of wire. Oh, that's a little bit. Have a look here. Fridge door. Well, we've got a couple of TVs. They're only Conniers, but it's going to be slim pickings, so I'm going to scrap it. Just put this in. Because I want my copper. Copper. Copper, copper. Okay, might as well screw on. And I might as well do the small one too, since I'm here. Okay. Copper yoke. Stuck. Just cut some wire. Okay, I just got the Gorson cable and the copper yoke. Sometimes the boards are just they're screwed into the back panel, so I just didn't want to waste too much time. I got the main parts, main copper, so okay. Alright, well, copper's great, but I want PCs. We can have fun with PCs. Let's go a look. Oh well, we've got some cords. Might as well get it before someone else does. Give it an hour and these would be gone too. So the cords kind of add up and give you a bit of instant cash, pay for your petrol and stuff like that. So it's just cords. Cords and copper. Another cord. No, nothing here. Might as well get this monitor. Still got a cord. Oh. Massive keyboard, but it's only mostly plastic. footy. There you go, there's gold in that. Yeah, cord's been cut. Oh no, here's one. There's a couple of cords. Nothing. Even the grills have been taken. So nothing, except for a printer. And like we really want that. Nope. Looks like we've got a microwave here. Fan. I'm just taking the cord of the fan, but I'll take this microwave and keyboard. Why not? So guys, you having fun? I tell you, it's a beautiful day here in Melbourne. Got a couple of grills there. Oh yeah, they'll do. Put them aside. Yeah, so even, you know, if you've got nothing better to do on the day like today, Saturday lunchtime, you know, there's a fan that's been scrapped out. But yeah, why not? Have a bit of fun, even if you don't make much money on a day. You know, it's for some people it's not all about money. You know, scrapping is fun. It's a hobby. It's just it's like the thrill of the chase. A couple of cords, a couple of bits of cast iron. You know, the car's just sitting there. It's not wasting any fuel. You know, there's no rush. There's a little TV. What do you reckon? Well, I can't be bothered scrapping it on the spot. It's just a dud brand. But we'll take the little bit of copper. And we'll get to recycle the rest of it. So it's just another little bit out of landfill. This is dirty aluminium, irony aluminium, but I just don't have any at the moment, and I don't want to create a new pile because I don't really get a lot of it. Little cord. Nothing there. All right, keep moving. can't believe how many printers there are. It's just they're a real problem in the environment, you know, and they're just making them so cheap that they're not even worth putting a new cartridge in there. You're better off just throwing it out and buying a new one. And so that's not very responsible. Might be able to squeeze through this. Oh yeah. You never know. But yeah, no doubt as soon as someone, you know, puts out a PC, you know, people are picking up computers straight away by the looks of it, because it's unusual not to, you know, find one. Yeah. And now I've got a feeling that this area would be better off tomorrow, because these guys seem very slow compared to the last areas. Yeah. Not much goodies out there. Well, no, definitely cord cutters. So hopefully it's just this little part, and as I go a bit deeper, maybe the scrappers haven't. Wishful thinking, but you know. But yeah, just this area, like next year, I probably wouldn't even come to this area, because just the way it looks, the type of rubbish that are people throwing out here, the ratio is a lot of rubbish to good stuff, that's for sure. Whereas over my side of town, they throw out good stuff every year. Another TV, more copper. Too easy, huh? Cut the cord. Safety. Copper. Look at that, ready to go. We've got our degaussing cable, copper yoke, and a circuit board. We can get some copper off, aluminium, IC chips, it's all there. Two minutes, and no TV to deal with. Barbecue, nothing. So yeah, same as last week, whereas just about every house is putting out rubbish, but it's obviously older stuff that it's just this would be from a scrapper. He scrapped out a stereo system and he's thrown the rubbish back, which is actually illegal. You can't, whilst it's not illegal to take rubbish away, it is illegal to put rubbish, add rubbish to the pile. Okay, so yep, I had sex on this desk. Good on you. Oh. Toast up the cord. So even though cutting cords, it doesn't seem like much, and it's not, but it really does add up, you know. And if you're going around, you know, having fun picking up scrap for a couple of hours, you know, no doubt you will find at least $20 worth of cords. Bit of brass. So yeah, it's don't be shy when it comes to cutting cords, because 10 minutes later someone else is going to come along and cut it. So, you know, yeah, you're not going to make big money off cutting cords, but it certainly pays for your time. You know, I just seen a guy on a push bike, so he's going around, you know, cutting cords and probably looking for odd small things like laptops and stuff. Yeah, just going around on a push bike. I mean, he gets around, he'll be able to probably get $40 or $50 worth of just copper wire for the day. It's better than sitting at home on your backside playing video games or doing nothing. Might as well get outside, get some fresh air, and pick through people's rubbish. It's fun. All right, we'll keep going. Couple barbecues, maybe. No. See that? They're even getting the grills. Yeah. They're not taking the printers. Come on, guys. Take the printers. Well, not doing very good. One little TV, one microwave. Oh, we've scrapped out 3 TVs so far. Cast iron and some cable. Oh my God. I've really gone into never region. This is strange. It's like a residential driveway, but, and you know, this is really tucked away, and I suppose if I got here, other scrappers could too. Yeah, but with so many printers out there, you know, there's bound to be a few PCs that have been thrown out too, but yeah, they're just too sharp this side of town, the scrappers. Alright, there should be, notice a few DVD players, so I might as well grab them. You know, when you start realizing it's going to be lean pickings for the day, then what do we got? Then you got to sort of get what you can. I might take some of these. So here's a classic example. Cord cutters come along and they've cut the cord off this Sanyo Betamax. Okay. So what a shame for a cord. This Betamax should be worth at least 50 bucks. But even as it is, it's going to be good for parts. It's got a good cover. You know, there's a lot of people that still collect Betamax, and they're only going to get better with age. that's good. Yeah, it's a shame cord cutters go along. They don't know what they're cutting. In this case, I mean, 99% of stuff they cut is junk, but in this case, this is a Betamax, right? It's a Sanyo, it's not a Sony. It would be really nice if it was a Sony, but still these Betamax are highly collectible. So when I see DVDs and stuff like that, I take them all, because a lot of time you don't have time to look at what it really is. So I just grab them, bring them back. At worst, they're going to be scrap steel. I'll get a little bit of copper wire, but a lot of times, you know, you do get good ones. Betamax, the Sony Betamax are the best. You also get recordable DVD players, which are really good to scrap. Okay, so I'm in a bit of a maze here, so this might be interesting. Got a microwave here, might just try and grab. Yep, microwave. Better than nothing. Cord has been cut on the vacuum cleaner. Alright, so this looks kind of interesting. Keep alright, so there's little cords. So I'm going to get lost in here, but it's pretty exciting, this little part. I'll come back to that microwave. Sorry, I keep getting microwaves and vacuum cleaners mixed up. They both seem like the same thing, really. Nothing there. Hello. Nothing. So it's really weird when people look at you, because I don't know whether they're looking at me just wondering what the hell I'm doing, or because I bump into a lot of scrappers that say, oh, you know, you're not that guy on YouTube and that. So I don't know whether they're looking at me for just being a bum, or whether they think they know me, you know, because they really give me a look like I know you, kind of thing. Nothing there. Here we go. Oh well. I normally wouldn't, but I like CRT monitors. And that's a big monitor. It's a Dell. Cable. All right, so it wasn't too bad going into this little pocket. At least we've got a microwave and a good CRT, but I'm totally lost now. I didn't realize that this place actually existed. Goes on forever. I'd be surprised if this microwave has got its cord, because yeah, all cut, everything cut, just junk. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Scrappers have really let the team down. Okay. I've got a real good feeling that I'm not going to get any PCs today. Stereo. Alright, man. Anything good?
Yeah, it's good. I don't want it to get rained on. You got an amp too.
Oh, okay.
So we got this and these speakers.
Oh, cool.
And I'll get some more speakers.
There's an amp in here. I'll take that. Okay, well, he's given me these giant speakers. I might be able to do something with them. Might be able to put them in the garage, or I'll just keep them for another day. And I also got a Larson amp, which is a pretty good one. Yep. Oh, sorry. A few more little ones. Normally I don't take speakers, but those ones look quite pretty. And so it's something. It's better, you know, at least I'm going to come home with, you know, with my fuel covered and stuff, and a bit of scrap to play with. Big TV, ready to go to picked up as rubbish. It's a low. I can't scrap this one out because the lows are torque screws. Otherwise, it would have been some good copper in there. But yeah, I don't have torque screws for these. And the low TVs are super heavy, so I don't want to. I've got quite a few TVs at home now. Don't want any more. Unless I find a couple right at the end. God. Another fan. Oh, that's a big one. That's that's one of the biggest I've ever seen. That's massive. I'll take it. Seeing I've got so many to do already, there's another one. I reckon the scrappers in this area watch my YouTube videos, and just for fun they're leaving all the fans and then probably watching my videos to see how many I've picked up. I'm sure that they do it because they're taking everything else except fans and obviously printers. There's another printer right there, see? It's just everywhere. Just cut this little cord. Vacuum cleaner, oh yeah. Oh, we finally found a cord. And a massive one, this one. That's the kind of cord we want. Look at that. You know? I mean, just that cord alone, there's like, it's over $2. You know, you keep doing that all day, and quickly adds up. Okay, we've got a couple of nice TVs here, good copper. This one's a Sony, be a good one, this one. It's giant. It's going to be grouse degaussing cable here. So we cut the cord here, Oh, it's already been cut. So this one's already had some work done on it. It's an old one, so I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to get out of this. There's our copper yoke. Lovely. Yeah, see the degaussing cable, it's a shame it's right inside under this steel plate, so I can't get it out here. I can take the circuit board. The rest, I'll leave that. Well, that's one. Okay, look at this one. Yep, ready to go. So again, same procedure, cut, remove, one more screw, there we go, free copper. Hard. So the degaussing cable's been removed, so it's obviously they've tried to repair it at some stage. Okay. That's two. There's another old TV here. Okay. Oh. Wow, this one's old. Only a small yoke. There you go. More free copper. No degaussing cable, I'll just leave the rest. Cut the cord. That cord. Might as well use this one too. Wow. Not much, but I'll take them. we go. One more. Well, that was 4 TVs in one pile, and here's another one right next to it. Yep. Free copper everywhere. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of copper there. Take that too. So a couple of minutes and we've got our copper. So there you go. It's a bit of improvising when you're on the street. You've got your mind set on what you want to pick up. It doesn't always happen that way, so you've got to be able to adapt and have plan B, and so you can keep going and do okay. Like my plan B obviously is to remove the copper from CRT TVs. I'll take a few back, but if I can avoid it, I will. Okay. Oh gosh. It's a scrapped out projection TV. Okay, what's that? This looks like an air conditioning unit. Oh yeah, just a heating thing, but we've got a cord. So that's one for me. Here's another one. As I said, those cords will add up to pay for my fuel and probably buy me lunch. So another fan. Yep. Oh well. Still got the cord. Huh?
I put it in. It's working.
It's still working? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Well, the fan works apparently, so whoopee. I don't think I pick up many fans that don't work. People just throw them out because they're absolutely useless, really. Oh yeah, this is a big TV, LG. Doesn't look like too bad of a spot. What do you reckon? Scrap it out? Get some free copper? Wow, it's a fucking giant. Okay. Everything intact. More free copper. There we go. 1 minute. About $6 worth of copper. Oh, here we go. Another television. How many is that? I've only been driving around for half an hour and it's probably number 7 or 8. I reckon we can get the copper out of this one too. Okay. Keep forgetting to cut the cord. Safety first. But as far as safety is concerned on these CRTs, as long as they've been sitting around for a while, no problem. I mean, this TV is probably my 3,500th CRT that I've scrapped. So, never had a problem. There we go. Copper, copper, copper. Well, so we've got a few scrapped out TVs. So we've got the copper, I've got a little TV, I've got 3 fans, a couple of microwaves, a big CRT monitor, got these speakers that might be able to be worth something, and an amplifier. So the speakers and amplifier, easy $50 for the whole lot. Also got some small speakers with it. Yeah, real easy $50. So, you know, anyone thinking that you can't make money scrapping, I mean, that's just one pickup, $50. I mean, you can. I've picked up items like that 10 times in one day, you know, and more. Barbecue? Do we have a grill? Nope, all gone. And every barbecue I've noticed, the grills are missing today. There's rubbish in there, so that's unusual. That's more like a scrapper throwing out rubbish. Don't want those kind of fans. There's a crap TV. There's nothing in that, I can assure you. A couple of tiny little boards. Might as well take that and get the motor. Yeah. Oh well, it's a bit of fun anyway. Probably the least I've gotten in scrap for ever in a hard rubbish. And I just put it down to this side of town. It's just a little bit different because, yeah, and just the scrappers are just unbelievably efficient here. So it must, I think I just saw a microwave. It must be, there must be a lot of local scrappers here, because that's the only way you're going to get everything so perfectly all the time, is if you're actually, you know, living right here, and you can rock up first thing in the morning, at the end of the day, you know, just before it starts getting dark would be a good time. So the main things I'm picking up are what's been put out just now. So I think I just saw a microwave here, and before it gets picked up, yep, there it is. Perfect. It's got the cord, everything. That's, at least it's something. And we like microwaves, don't we? It's another load. Yep, can't scrap it. It's got the Torx, and I don't want to take it. Oh well, check that out. That's one hell of a load of rubbish. I'll keep a couple of these. They're handy brackets. Now I'm stuck carrying around a drill. Take that. There's always a average board. There's a fan. Don't want it. Here we go. Microwave. See? Scrapped out, just about. And just mostly rubbish. Gone. Surprise, surprise. It's like a little gas furnace. Could have got that brass off, but I don't have. We'll get a DVD. Cord's cut. So not a lot, but not bad actually. You know, considering. Better than nothing. But yeah, as I said, it's probably the least stuff I've gotten in a day. So yeah, I just don't like. If these guys came over to the scrappers at this area, came over to my area when hard rubbish is done, they'd probably freak out. They certainly wouldn't cut every single cord and stuff because there's just so much of it. Got to see what's in here. Cricket helmet. It's just all cricket gear. I don't play cricket, so. Even TVs are drying up, starting to run out. Haven't seen one for about 4 streets. But I'm starting to get tired of looking at the same kind of rubbish. Oh, I think I found a PC, guys. It's the same deal. The guys partially scrapped it. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's been scrapped out for any good components, but still we'll get some scrap value. Oh yeah, this one's been scrapped to the guts. I've got to take the whole thing just to get this motherboard out. They tried to get it out, they didn't have. Oh yeah, so they've undone it and they've tried to smash the motherboard out, but they couldn't get it out. I can get that out. There we go. Oh well, I didn't get a PC, but I got a motherboard, and it would have been a good one. It's would have had the Pentium 3 slot CPU in there. So it's only worth like $1.50, $2, but oh well, at least I got something PC related. So by the looks of it, they tried to get it out as well, but they couldn't get the motherboard out. So, well, at least I got that. It's probably the most valuable part of the PC anyway. Scrapper going through stuff. Whoa, okay. Keep looking. Okay, barbecue again. Yeah, unbelievable. Every one. Cord, microwave, vacuum cut. Let's see what the next street brings us. At least it's a little bit easier than last week's streets. These are all straightforward, so I don't seem to be doubling up as much as I was. It looked like a PC, but it's probably not. Is it? No. Thought it was a PC. It's a bloody garden hose thing. It's a nice door, but I don't need it. There's another TV and a fan. 2 TVs. Well, I might as well take the little fan. I'll take the little TV, seeing I got so much room, but this big one, no, it might not. Looks too big for me. That's about it for here. Just have a look what's on this box. It's junk. Oh, here we go. Just gotta move this bed base. Oh, here we go. Keyboards, modems, monitors. I'll take all that. Nice copper spool out of the, it's an old speaker box. Okay, another microwave. Oh look, microwave. First vacuum cleaner with a cord. Oh, apart from that upright one that I got. So that was handy. Cord fridge. Definitely take that. There's another cord. All right, we're done. Whew. Starting to get a bit tired now. A lot of walking up and down and everywhere. Wow, this is a giant pile. My God. We're going to have to turn around. Give you a good look at that. This pile just goes on forever. Actually, there's a TV there. I should scrap it out, eh? Since it's right here. Get to it. Okay. More free copper. Yeah, and the board, throw that in, and the degaussing. Okay, I just put the cover back on. There we go. Drill back. What else we got? Oh. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if scrapped out vacuum cleaner, if a lot of this is other scrappers bringing in rubbish that they took. Who knows? There's a TV. It's stuck. Oh, this is giant pile. Probably the biggest residential hard rubbish pile I've ever seen. It ends with a barbecue, and it's been scraped out. Compost bin. Gosh, I'm amazed that people have got room to store all this in their garages and stuff. I mean, mind you, this hard rubbish happens every year, so this is probably stuff that they just accumulated over the last 12 months. So much furniture. Guys, if you're going to buy furniture, buy good quality stuff that's worth keeping. And if you no longer need it, good quality furniture is still worth selling. And you can sell it second hand for good money. Buying cheap stuff is just a waste. A waste of resources. Alrighty, well, this big pile's done. One TV. Wow, that is like 50 foot long, this pile of rubbish. Look at that, right to the barbecue. Unbelievable. Nice Hitachi. But I don't want to scrap. I don't like scrapping projection TVs out in the street. It's just they're just too big, create too much of a mess. You know, we're not that desperate. I remember, years ago, I used to, drag them into my van and bring them home. Big mistake. So all you're left with is more plastic than you can imagine. This street is chockers. I mean, gosh, as far as my eye can see, there is rubbish put out. So I'm just going to do a bit of a walk because I'm sick of looking at the rubbish from in the van. Nothing. Yeah, they're real good. Well, there's a fan. Don't know if I want that. But I'll take this cord. looks like another projection TV up there. 2-in-1 street. There's a CRT as well. Big, not as big as a projection as the one that I showed you last week. Remember that one? That was biggest. That's handy. Oh, this box just looks like a box with a printer, but I reckon there's good stuff here. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. I'm just having a cigarette. Thought I'd have a bit of a break. Keyboard. Keyboard. Oh, it's not an M1. That would have been good. Here we go, guys. PC time. Just want to make sure I got this on video. Being the only real PC I'm getting all day. Don't want to lose it. All right. There we go. AMD Athlon. Not bad. 2 DVDs, 2 floppies. This looks like it's going to have some good stuff in it. And the Packard Bell. Beautiful. Has a virus on it. Well, I'm not going to use it. 2 PCs. Speakers. Well, I'm back, guys. Just as I was taking those PCs, my battery ran out, so I continued on picking hard rubbish for about half an hour and then headed back home. I found some drums, so they take up a bit of space, but yeah, the PCs I actually got, when I got those 2 PCs, about 5 minutes later I found another 2 and then a couple of single ones. So I think I've got 5, 6, should have around 6 PCs in the end, so it turned out alright. Just, yeah, unfortunately my battery ran out. But I took these drums that I saw. There were I think there was another 2, but I didn't think I was going to have enough space, and 3 is enough for now. Yeah, what I do with these little ones, they've got the lids. I use these as a storage for components, like say CPUs. Believe it or not, I'll fill one of these up slowly. The good thing about these kind of little barrels, for me anyway, is the fact that they got the lids, so I can store these outside as well as inside. But the best part about them is that I can just leave them outside in the rain or whatever, and what's inside is going to be protected. So I keep things like, I've got a barrel for mobile phones, I've got a barrel for RAM and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I don't have to keep it in prime positions in the yard. I can just put it like right up against the back fence, and it just looks like a barrel, but inside, I might have, yeah, as I said, cell phones or RAM sticks or CPUs or gold pins or something like that I stockpile. Really handy. So yeah, I got 3 of them, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I ended up with. It was a great day out, and yeah, I got a couple of unusual items that I didn't have a chance to look closely at. Got quite a lot of microwaves, CRT TVs, scrapped out quite a lot of TVs as well. And yeah, we'll just have a little look and get to those PCs too. Okay. Picked up this stainless steel basin, and as well in the same pile was this coil of cable. It's only coax cable, so not much value. It's only low grade. I might actually just keep it, because the reason why I kept the spool, because just come in handy for arts and crafts or other kind of things. So so I'll probably, since I'm keeping the spool anyway, I'll just keep the cable on it, and you never know, it might come in handy one day. And a handy little basin that I'll also keep. Never know, might want to make a outdoor sink for the garden, sort of kind of thing. All right, well, I'll get out of some of these microwaves and fans. All right, here's one PC, a little Dell, and this was, I think, this was the last PC I picked up, and yeah, the same deal. The cover taken off on the footpath, and they take something out. So in this case, it would have been, yeah, it seems someone's just going around trying to and picking out the hard drive and the RAM. So they're leaving the CPU and all that. The same as last week and this week in that area anyway. Yeah, it's a very common thing. So there must be one guy just going around picking up, finding PCs, and just, he's not interested in the scrap value. He's just looking for RAM and hard drives to make up his own PCs. So yeah, interesting, but that's okay. As long as they're leaving them, I'm happy with everything else. It looks like there's going to be a good copper heatsink in there. CPU, we still got the value there as far as scrap. And yeah, I got, I can see 3 more there. But yeah, I got a few good ones, so let's get through this. Okay. What's in this? Oh, there's a hard drive. Just household cable from electronics. I was out there for about, yeah, again, close to 3 hours cruising around, and yeah, so it's been a good day. This is a whole wad of wire as well. It's looks like it's got 4 core. It's very, very thick, rigid copper. That's good. Got quite a few keyboards. What's this? So this is just a scrap DVD, but unlike the HD version, you know, sometimes they are. This one should be a pretty good DVD board, cast iron. Got a few, probably 6 or 7. Okay. So I didn't get too many TVs. I got a few little ones, but I did scrap out a lot. So I'm glad I didn't get as many fans, because I've still got fans here from last week I haven't even done. So that's one of the reasons why I yeah, try to refrain from taking too many, but I still got probably more than I should have. Here's a pedestal one with this metal, so at least this has got better scrap value. It's very rusty. It's obviously been sitting outside for a long time. So okay, well, I've taken out a few things, so I finally got to a few of the PCs. These are ones that that I picked up after the camera ran out. So that's just a generic brand kind of PC. Might be okay. It's number 2. This one's an Acer, hasn't been scrapped at all. So these were like fresh, freshly put out. So I managed, I was just lucky at the right time, the right place. So it turned out really well, computer-wise. That's one where it ran out. So you saw this one. Yeah. This was the first. Remember the first main one. 2 DVDs, 2 floppies, AMD. It might be a good one. It's got 4 slot cards as well, so they don't look really spectacular, but 4 slot cards, scrap wise, it might be a real good one. So that's 3 and a little one, 4, and I still can see, go around the side, remember those speakers and that amplifier. This one, this one's missing the front cover, but it's heavy and complete. Couple slot cards. Don't know the brand, but so that's 5. Another one. A few interesting things. Okay, it looks like a complete unit. There's LED lights again. Remember last week I got the small one from Fish Tank. These ones, yeah, really nice. And I think that the LED lights have got precious metal recovery as well inside if they didn't work. But because it's got the whole wire system, these might be good to keep. I don't know what I could use them for, but unless you made like a disco room or something like that. What else? I've got another one of those. Got a lot of cords. I found a couple of boxes where they just had, luckily I come across the right boxes. So a lot of cable. One of these tomato sauce things again. A couple months ago I picked up 2 of them, but this one looks in really good nick. It's also got all different accessories as well, so this one might be a good one. I'll keep that because one day I plan to process tomatoes. This, I don't know what this is, but what is it? Made in Japan. Conductive polymer fader. So a fader of some kind. Looks like it's being kept outdoors. Newmark DXM 06. Yeah. It looks old. I don't know what it really does. It's like a fader, like a music mixer fader. Yeah, if it was in really nice condition, it would be great. This looks like it's been left in, probably not outdoors, but in the garage for probably 30 years. But it might still be a collectible. I'll look it up. A Newmark DXM 06. Might be interesting. That's cool. So that's probably the most bizarre thing I think I found today. Yeah, a lot of cable. Got a lot of these coloured lights on very heavy cable. So well, I can obviously sell the cable and these light globes I take them to my transfer station and get them recycled. Oh, remember that motherboard? Well, at least we got a motherboard. Oh, I think that was the first thing I picked up, wasn't it? That motherboard. So yeah, at least I got one, and that started me off. And so far, it looks like we've got 6 PCs. Just got to get rid of all this. Yeah. You know, as I said out there, cable, it adds up, and it as far as your cost, as petrol and stuff like that, well, at least you make actually more, because today's trip, how much fuel did it waste? Oh, it wouldn't have been more than $10 worth of diesel that I used up today. You know, if it was more, it would have been like $12 worth of diesel. And so I'll get much more than $12 worth of just cable. And you know, this is fast, quick cash. You can just cut off the plugs and sell it. I sell them for $2 a kilo. I certainly cover the fuel and even lunch. And so, you know, so if anyone's, you know, you're wondering, oh, is it worthwhile driving around all day? Well, you've got to enjoy it, so the time factor doesn't come into it. Because if you enjoy, you know, picking e-waste and scrap from hard rubbish, which is really fun, then the time doesn't make any difference. It's just the cost of fuel. We've covered that. Everything else is a bonus. The time that I put into scrapping out all the CRTs, you know, I get my copper out of that. I got bonus 6 bonus PCs, oddball things, my cast iron, fans, you know, that need a bit of work, microwaves. Oh, here's another thing too. It's like a keyboard. I mean, it is a keyboard, but it's a Razer Blackwidow Ultimate Stealth. So it's like a gaming keyboard, but it's really, really dirty. So I don't know if it's even going to work. It's really dirty. Yeah, unless it was a collectible of some kind. You know, it's even got really good plugs, gold-plated USBs and plugs. So Blackwidow. So I'll keep it until I know what it is. Look at all these. So what I'll do with all the power boards is all I really do. Some people like to depopulate the whole thing. All I do is remove this copper band, and I might take off this IC chip, because sometimes the IC chips can be really good on these boards, got good gold. And I just clean up the wire and then just sell the power board as is, because they're not worth much, you know, like 30 cents a kilo. But we're going to have quite a few yokes to add to the collection. Okay, well, I got those, remember those speakers? Just as the guy was taking them out, he gave me a wave and said, you know, if I wanted these, and I thought, oh, I might as well take them. They're Larson Acoustics. So I don't know if Larson is a good brand or not, but they look okay. Quite fancy. They came with, you know, your small tweeter kind of things, and then your main central bigger one. So it's like 5 pieces. And also the same brand, Larson Acoustics, an amplifier. Okay, wow, that looks like a pretty interesting amp. It's got a big LCD screen. It looks really neat. You know, just a really nice flat black panel. Model AVL5100. So we've got to check that out. So it's a whole complete system, I suppose. I guess it's missing a CD player, but yeah, it might be okay. And that's the last PC. This one looks like it's a pretty cool one. It's only a Pentium 4. It's just a generic. There we go. Six PCs. That's a good day. You know, one small format, and yeah, as well as one complimentary motherboard. So that's not bad. What else? Not much left. Some more cast iron, more cable, just keyboards, some junk, and yeah, it was just this last thing here. Is remember that Sanyo Betamax? Unfortunately, the cord was already cut. But another thing I wanted to mention about when you see good electronics with their cord cut, that's not the end of the world. You can just remove the back cover here, and you can easily replace this power cord. It's really not. It's still got a bit on there, and but I don't mean like joining up new wires here. Straight off the circuit board, actually remove the plug and insert a new power cord, and there you go. So if this is valuable as a collectible, it's worth doing that. If someone really wants it, that's what they'll do. So I'll just look up this model, VTC 5000 Mark II, and yeah, so we're just about done. Got my stereo, got my PC, and bit of an unusual item. Got a whole heap of wire and stuff to go through, clean up. There's probably, yeah, probably $30 worth of wire, maybe a bit more. All my little DVD kind of things. A HD, got another HD DVD for hard drive, so that'll be good. This is all my CRT scrap. Lots of really nice copper yokes, big ones. Remember that one? And a lot of boards, degaussing cable, wiring to clean up. So there's quite a bit of copper here for one day. I don't know how many yokes, how many TVs I did. Looks like 2, 3, 4, maybe 8 or 9 TVs. Looks like. Probably more. Yeah, I did a few, and as you saw, most of them were only a few minutes. Bang bang, and you're gone before anyone even notices. And at least we've, you know, I've recovered, you know, some of the, you know, better resources, you know, one day before it's going to go to landfill. So, you know, that's awesome. And well, I've got a couple of fans. These microwaves are still from last week. I got 4 microwaves today. I don't scrap out microwaves straight away. I do it as I need the cavity. So because I fill up the inside with scrap steel, so every time I fill one up, I'll scrap out another microwave and start filling that one up. That's how I like to do them. So I just keep them there. These are the TVs that I got for today. So we've got 3 little CRTs, 1 bigger TV, and then we've got that giant Dell and this little VGA monitor. So good copper in these monitors, so I don't mind getting them. And also got a few drums. So yeah, not too bad of a scrap day actually. 3 hours, having a lot of fun, made some money, got lots of copper, and even got some good stuff to scrap out, you know. And I don't know what this amp is worth, but it's got to be worth $50. probably more with the speakers and everything. I might set this up in the garage just for a bit of music. Replace the old one that I got. Alright guys, well hopefully that was a bit of fun for you. And keep scrapping, and I'll catch you next time soon. Although I don't think the hard rubbish is going to last for very long now. It's gone pretty far out, so might have to start again with the hard rubbish as soon as it starts next year in winter. Alright guys, I'll catch you next time.